is up? It is your boy Will. Welcome back to the Skinny Survivor channel, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you exactly what calories and macronutrients are and why it's so important for you to bulk up as a skinny guy. Now, if you're new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe to our channel right now. If you're a skinny guy looking to bulk up as fast as possible, maybe you want meal plans, workouts, recipes, and you want to make a transformation, go from scrawny to brawny, make sure to subscribe right now. And if you've been following me for a while now, make sure after this video to click the first link in my description and go get yourself a free bulking meal plan and workout to get started. So let's get straight into today's video. So, you know, I have a lot of guys asking me, Will, what are calories, what are macros, and why does this matter for me as a skinny guy? And I want to pretty much explain why it's so important. But before we get into this, you want to know that diet is pretty much, one of the most important things when it comes to building muscle as a skinny guy. If you don't get your diet right, you will not see results, you will not build muscle, you will not gain weight as a skinny guy. So you need to make sure that you not only know what you're doing in terms of your diet. I call this nutritional literacy, and this simply means you know exactly, how to diet, what your diet's consisting of, and how to manipulate your diet to get results as a skinny guy. So let's get straight into it. So the first thing you want to make sure you know is what is calories. So I'm going to put an image on your screen here, and I'm going to show you, the most important things, and it's called the pyramid of muscle building and diet. Okay, so in particular, this is the diet pyramid, and this is something that Eric Helms illustrated in his muscle and strength pyramids. Basically, the most important thing when it comes to diet is energy balance, and energy balance is pretty much calories. All calories is their units of energy. So I have a definition here based on research. Calories is pretty much just a unit of energy, and it's the amount of energy released when your body breaks down any food, okay? So it's pretty much like liters, or if you're in American, you track by ounces. It's just a unit of measurement. And in particular, what we're tracking here is energy, okay? So how much energy are you consuming through your food? So when we say, okay, this food has 300 calories, all we're saying is that this food has 300 calories and this amount of energy versus something like 700 calories, which has much more energy, okay? So we're just tracking energy balance here. Now, the secret to manipulating your calories as a skinny guy is to make sure you're in a calorie surplus, okay? So this simply means that we're consuming more calories than our body burns off. And as a result, we're gonna gain more weight, we're gonna build more muscle, and we're gonna put our body in a state of growth, okay? This is the best place to be because you're fueling yourself with more calories than your body burns, and you're giving your body enough energy for it to stimulate growth, okay? So you'll find that in a calorie surplus, you're generally more stronger than you would be in a calorie deficit. Now, a calorie deficit simply means you're eating less calories than your body burns off, and that means you're gonna lose weight, and you're also gonna be in a position where you're not eating enough food and not eating enough energy, so your body's gonna struggle to build muscle, okay? Which is not an optimal state if you're trying to grow, okay? So that pretty much sums up what calories are. Just think of it as units of energy. When I talk about calories, we're just simply saying energy, okay? How much energy are you consuming through your foods? So you need to make sure you're eating enough energy, eating enough calories during your day, making sure you're in a calorie surplus if you really want to bulk up fast as a skinny guy, okay? So that's the first thing. Now, if we go to the muscle and strength pyramid, you can see the next step is called our macronutrients. So once you have your calories dialed in, that should be your number one priority, to make sure you're eating enough calories, eating enough food, eating enough energy. Once you have that, you can do the next step, okay? Now, when it comes to getting results as a skinny guy, guys like me and guys who get results, we dial in both these things. We get our calories right and our macronutrients right. So what is macronutrients? So let's break it down. So macronutrients, if we break it down, macro means large or big, and nutrients is just nutrients from our foods, okay? So basically it's your large nutrients, okay? The nutrients that you use in the largest amount in your body to make up those calories are your macronutrients. And there are three main macronutrients that we focus on for building muscle as skinny guys, and that is protein, carbohydrates, and fats, okay? And these are the only three that you really need to focus on when it comes to your diet And if you get these three right in the amount, the right ratios, you're gonna maximize your muscle building results as a skinny guy. So let's talk about this. So I've made an image actually that I made for my Skinny Survivor Instagram page, and pretty much broke down and made it really, really simple for anyone to understand what macronutrients are and how we can use them for our body. So I'm gonna put up an image on your screen here, and it's pretty much an image I made to explain what macronutrients are. I already explained what they are. They're the large nutrients, three main nutrients that you need to control in your body and make up all your calories. So the first one is protein. So with protein, you're gonna get 4 calories per gram of protein. So if I consumed 40 grams of protein, that is 160 calories, okay? So it's pretty much the calories, let's say a protein has an amount of energy, it's got 4 calories per gram, okay? So that's the amount of energy it has per gram. So the main functions of protein are mainly for muscle growth, muscle repair, and also cell function. So we've got a lot of cells in our body that require protein to fulfill functions, and there's so many things I could go over. You can do your own research. But when it comes to building muscle in general, you need protein to repair, recover, and grow your muscles bigger from every micro tear in the gym, okay? And we use protein to basically facilitate recovery. So if you're consuming enough protein in the right ratios, you're gonna find you're gonna recover faster, you're gonna get stronger faster, you're gonna build more muscle, you're gonna build more lean muscle tissue, okay? And you're also generally gonna feel less sore because you're, rebuilding those micro tears. So protein is one macronutrient that is so important for getting results as a skinny guy. Second one, carbohydrates, okay? Carbohydrates are super important for skinny guys because, as I said in previous videos, carbohydrates are your most rarely used source of energy, okay? And we use carbohydrates for brain function and also body function. Most skinny guys don't consume enough carbohydrates, and it's why they're low in energy, they don't have motivation, they're always moody, always tired, always frustrated and irritated. That's because of low carbohydrates. Now, if you also experience that you're in the gym and you can't lift things as usual, or you feel like they're super heavy, you're also probably low on carbohydrates. One thing you need to know is carbohydrates, they store water, okay? And water consists of over 70% of our muscles consist of water. So that means if we're low on carbohydrates, our muscles are gonna feel small, flat, and also not perform properly, okay? So carbohydrates, 4 calories per gram, same as protein. So if you had 30 carbohydrates from a banana, that would equal 4 times 30, which is 120 calories in one banana. So that's just an example of how we calculate that energy. So when it comes to the functions of carbohydrates, the main functions include supplying you with enough energy, preserving muscle, and also brain function. So you'll notice if you consume a low carb diet, you're gonna feel groggy, you're gonna feel tired, you're gonna find a lack of concentration and focus. But when you consume enough carbohydrates, you're gonna have more energy, you're gonna have less brain fogginess, you're gonna have better concentration, better focus, and better sharpness in your general day-to-day basis, okay? So carbohydrates are super important, and as a skinny guy, you should be aiming to have 50 to 60% of your diet come from carbohydrates, okay? And that's what we do on a customized coaching program. We tweak these macronutrient ratios so you have the optimal amount of proteins, carbohydrates, and fats in your diet, okay? If you're interested in that, make sure to check it out in the links below, okay? So let's get into the last macronutrient, which is fats, okay? So healthy fats, we want our fat sources to come mainly from healthy fat sources, and fat sources are the highest in calories. So you're gonna get 9 calories per gram of fat, okay? So every gram of fat, you're gonna get 9 calories, okay? So with the function, it's also to provide energy. Now with fats, you're gonna have a longer lasting source of energy. With fats, they're digested a little bit slower than carbohydrates, which means if you want a longer sort of duration of energy, fats is your go-to. So you'll find that a lot of guys who go on low carb diets, they want to get in a state of ketosis, which is like pretty much when you run out of carbohydrates and you want to extend that period of energy. They usually go with high fat diets. Now, you don't need to worry about this. because as skinny guys, you know, we have fast metabolisms, which mean we burn through our carbohydrates much faster, which means we need to focus on more of a high carb diet. So the function of fats is to mainly provide energy, again, as same as carbohydrates. It's just a longer lasting source of energy. It's also used to maintain your hormone levels and also carry vitamins around the body, okay? So that is pretty much the function of fats. Now, when it comes to bulking up successfully as a skinny guy, you need all three of these in the right ratios to build muscle, and it's what we focus on in our customized coaching program. We give you the exact amount of protein in your diet to not feel bloated every single day, but to have enough protein to build muscle. So we focus on around 20 to 25% of your diet and your calories coming from protein. We focus on a good amount of carbohydrates. As an ectomorph, hard gainer, or a skinny guy, you're gonna need a lot more carbohydrates than your average Joe or your genetically gifted guy. And we focus on 50 to 60% of your entire diet coming from carbohydrates. And lastly, fats. You know, you want to minimize fats because research has shown that a very high fat diet with a calorie surplus leads to much more fat gain, and that is why we focus on a lower to medium fat ratio for skinny guys. We focus on around 20 to 25% of your diet that we build you on our custom coaching program comes from healthy fats. So just enough healthy fats to make sure that you have enough fats in your diet, but to make sure we minimize body fat in our calorie surplus, because that's something that you will experience on a very high calorie surplus or consuming a very high fat diet. You're gonna experience higher fat gains. You're gonna experience more of your weight gain coming from fat, and we don't want that, which is why we tweak you the perfect ratios of macronutrients on our program and also get you on a small calorie surplus, which is so important to minimize fat gain. So if you're interested in our program, make sure to apply down below. We do have limited spots, but we'll reach out to you, and if you're a good fit, we'll get you on the program and build you a custom meal plan with the perfect calories and the perfect macronutrients for you to grow. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it really helped you know exactly what calories are and macronutrients are. I know it's super confusing at the beginning, but hope this video really explained to you very simply and kept it really basic so you can understand. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.